to Green Bay and let's talk about the Green Bay Packers. My beloved Green Bay Packers, that is. So the Packers and Jordan Love, they are set to play in 5 primetime games this season. And Romeo Doubs, receiver for the Packers, he has some interesting comments on Jordan Love and the transition from Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. This is Romeo Doubs. Quote, when you go from Aaron Rodgers to Jordan, Aaron was a really great quarterback. But I believe Jordan can do the exact same thing. So I don't really see what's the big difference. That was Romeo Doubs on the transition from Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. So I want to dissect Romeo Doubs' comments before I get into my expectations for Jordan Love and the Packers. I understand where Romeo Doubs was coming from because last year, I feel like Aaron Rodgers was checked out at times during the Packers season. And he didn't go to OTAs and develop a relationship with Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs, the 2 young receivers that the Packers drafted in last year's draft. And so I don't know this for sure, but it doesn't seem like Aaron Rodgers ingratiated himself with the young receivers like Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs. And considering Jordan Love, him being in Green Bay for 3 years, but he's still a young player, I would think that Jordan Love had a better relationship with Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson than even Aaron Rodgers did. Because Aaron Rodgers, he's the old guy. He's been around the block for a while. He already has won 4 NFL MVPs, a Super Bowl champion, one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. So I feel like the young players like Doubs, like Christian Watson, they can relate and connect with Jordan Love differently than they can connect with Aaron Rodgers. So I can understand why Doubs is optimistic about the transition from Rodgers to Love. And he's seen Jordan Love in practice for the last year. So he knows what Jordan Love can do in practice. But when you look at Jordan Love, he went to Utah State. And for his career at Utah State, Jordan Love, he had 60 touchdowns, 29 interceptions, 8,600 passing yards. He completed 61% of his passes. So he's entering year 4. And so these are some of the headlines out of Green Bay over the last few months. And as a Packers fan, I have to admit, I'm concerned. And I'm pretty sure I speak for the rest of Packer Nation. March 18th, Matt LaFleur says, quote, we all have to kind of temper expectations for Jordan Love. Really? Why are we tempering expectations for Jordan Love when he's entering his 4th season? He's had 3 years in that Packers system to learn and develop, and he should know the system by now. That was Matt LaFleur on March 18th. Let's go to May 23rd, shall we? Matt LaFleur on Jordan Love at OTAs. A lot of good things, a lot to clean up. What is there to clean up? What is there to clean up? It's year 4. He's had a lot of reps now with the number ones in OTAs. He's been in Green Bay for 3 years under Aaron Rodgers. What is there to clean up? He should know and understand the system by now. Let's go to June 1st. David Bakhtiari defends saying the Packers are entering a, quote, rebuild and switch from Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. Really? Why is there a rebuild in Green Bay? This is one of the best rosters in the NFL. A proven head coach in Matt LaFleur. Why is this a rebuild? The only reason why you would say this is a rebuild is if you don't believe in Jordan Love. We even saw the emergence last year of Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs as receivers. Let's go to June 6th, Matt LaFleur says Jordan Love has made significant strides in OTAs. Significant strides? He don't already have it that like understand it by now. He doesn't have it like locked in by now on what he has to do to help this Packers team be an elite team in the NFC North. Significant strides tells me that at the beginning of OTAs, he was not in a good space and he didn't perform well. For him to make significant strides by June 6th. Let's go to June. This is same June 6th as well. Green Bay fans who are Packer fans react to Sean Clifford out-dueling Jordan Love during practice. The Packers drafted Sean Clifford out of Penn State in this year's draft. Why is he coming in and out-dueling Jordan Love in practice? And Jordan Love's been in Green Bay for the last 3 years. Last 3 years, he's been in Green Bay. So as a Packers fan, I'm concerned. I feel like Jordan Love should play well this year, considering he's been in that Packers system the last 3 years. I should hear Matt LaFleur talking about how excited he is and how the Packers are going to be contenders because they have a nice roster around Jordan Love. And so, again, as a fan, I have my questions. We went from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, and we are spoiled as Packer fans. The last 30 years, all I've ever seen was greatness at the quarterback position for the Green Bay Packers. So I expect greatness moving forward. Now, here's the first 5 games for the Packers and why I believe Jordan Love can be successful and get out to a good start in his first year starting as the Packers quarterback. Week 1, they're in Chicago. Very winnable game. Playing Justin Fields. They can beat Justin Fields and the Bears. Week 2, they are in Atlanta against Desmond Ridder and the rebuilding Atlanta Falcons. That's a winnable game. Week 3, they got Derek Carr and the Saints at Lambeau. That's a game that the Saints should be favored in, but the Packers can win that game at home if Jordan Love plays well. Week 4, they are home against the Lions. They lost to the Lions last year in Week 17, missed a chance at the playoffs. The Lions will be better, but the Lions quarterback is Jared Goff. Week 5, it's a Monday night game. They are home against the Raiders and Jimmy Garoppolo. So those first 5 games are winnable games for Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. We're going to get an opportunity in the first quarter of the season to know if Jordan Love can play. We're going to see. We're going to know if he can play early on. It's not going to take us much time at all. And I'm optimistic. I am optimistic that he can play and perform well because he's going to be a low-maintenance quarterback, and dealing with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, who are high-maintenance quarterbacks, it's kind of a relief knowing that Jordan Love is the new quarterback because he's going to be low maintenance and he's going to have to prove himself to be the franchise quarterback for the Packers moving forward. And they got some weapons that they drafted in the draft this year for Jordan Love. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, Tucker Kraft, Jaden Reed out of Michigan State. They already got Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson, Aaron Jones, and A.J. Dillon in the backfield. They got the pieces to be a nice offense in Green Bay. It's going to be on the shoulders of Jordan Love as to whether or not this Packers team can compete in the NFC North and in the NFC overall. It's all on Jordan Love.